The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 183 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Standard Playing Cards Flag Edition Playing Cards from Art of Play. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Standard Flag Edition Playing Cards here from Art of Play here, and it is in a standard glossy finished tuck box here with a bunch of gold foiling, so it makes it even shinier here. So you got standard there, and the whole front of the tuck box here with all this gold foiling is kind of embossed, so you can kind of feel a little bit of the texture here. Then you got the British flag in the background there, hence the flag edition part of the playing card there. Here, and then you can kind of see a slight little sneak peek of the back design with the in the front of the tuck box here. On the side it says standard there in the big gold and red font there. On the side it says premium playing cards. On the bottom here, it might be a little bit hard to see, but in the red foiling it says made with Kevin Cantrell Studios and Art of Play. On the back you got a big gold spade there, and that's definitely embossed. You can definitely feel the texture there. And yeah, the big gold spade that says gold there. You got four little gold coin things there. And you got the British flag once again in the background, and then you got some Roman numerals there in the corners. For the seal here, you got a fancy style seal. It's like a rectangle like shape, kind of, but with more like little points out sticking out of it, and it's in a red colorway. Some gold overlay, gold foiling overlay there, and it says standards there. You can kind of see it there. On the top it says standards again there. On the inner tuck flap here, you got some more gold foiling there. You kind of got the little standard kind of little S there. And then it says our I can barely I can barely see that or read it. Well, on this side it says our faithful sovereign. And then it says our anointed defender, if I said that right. And then on the inner tuck flaps here, you got this little logo there, and like a little flower there. It's established, I think 1984 maybe. It's even hard to see in person. It's more just like a little red mark, but there's a little date there, 1984 or something there. If I take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box here, as you can see, you got the white background with the full costume like gold, kind of like foiling and gold ink there, within the entire tuck box there. On the inner tuck flap, like the back of the tuck flap here, you got standards there because it says standards here. So you just got the reverse kind of foiling there on the opposite side there. You got a bunch of gold like pinstripe kind of designs, like not really pinstripes, but more like gold foiling or stripe there, and you can see standard on the inside of the box there. So, and then a couple down at the bottom there. It's kind of hard to see. Easier to see in person than on camera there. But now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first, we'll start with the back design. Here we have a mirrored back design with the standard white border going around. And for the design in the back design here, it is the British flag here, or kind of the British flag. No, it is, yeah, the British flag. And then you got that gold foiling there for the rest of like the design there. For all those like for the little circle designs, and then the bar through the middle there. A little bit of gold, like a lighter gold kind of foiling there. And you can kind of see all the different textures once you like actually focus in on it. And then it is a mirrored back design, so you can flip the design over, and it's the same design in both directions. And now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we get two almost identical jokers here. You got the black colorway and the red colorway. So most of the design for both of these Jokers are the same here. Like the standard there at the bottom and the little like head there, little circle design around it saying David Ricardo, Esquire. And then the only difference that I noticed was these like little flowers here on the bottom here. That's the only difference. And you got a little bit more of that gold metallic ink there for the Jokers. And then you got this little extra card, like a little ad card. It says presenting the gold standard of. And then you got that word, which I do not know how to pronounce. Because I haven't. Oh. Okay, I figured it out now. It says the presenting the gold standard of lettering and branding book written by Kevin Cantrell Studio. And then it's background on the back of that. And then you got another ad card. And it says you got the Roman numerals, then you got the little sword, and then those four little gold coin things. And it says standard playing cards. Designed and illustrated by Kevin Cantrell Studio. And produced and distributed by Art of Play, artofplay.com. Then you get to the custom Ace of Spades here, and it's that same kind of spade design you see on the back of the tuck box there. And this is in a black and gold colorway, so you get more of that gold metallic ink. And it says the gold standard there. And then you got a little kind of like a lion face there in the middle there, with some more intricate details around it. And then for the rest of the spades here, you got a little flower, a red flower there in the middle. And you got a custom spade design, with a more kind of like a thicker kind of spade design. So it's like slightly wider, and then you got a thicker stem there. Then you got that kind of gold metallic kind of pinstriping there with a little lion on the inside there. And that goes throughout the rest of the spades there. Then you get to the fully custom court cards, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades. And the fully custom court cards, and they're in a black, red, and a little metallic gold colorway there. And then their own style of court cards there. Most of the more kind of fine line kind of like art there. And you got the fully custom Ace of Spades here. Ace of, Ace of Diamonds. The fully custom Ace of Diamonds. What's that red color with the gold metallic overlay. And you got a gold border going around. You got the little circle design there. It says Royal Navy. And you kind of got a little flower design there. And then for the rest of the diamonds here, you got a custom diamond pip. And then you got the black flower in the middle instead of the red that were on the spades. You got the black flower in the middle, and then you got the little gold metallic flower with inside the diamond there with a little bit of pin striping. And that goes throughout the rest of the diamonds. And then for the Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds here, the fully custom court cards, you got more of that black, red, and gold colorway there. And you got that fully custom court cards. And then you got the clubs here, Jack, Queen, and King of Clubs in that gold, black, and red colorway once again. And the fully custom court cards, where the court cards are more of a intricate, like kind of more pinstripey, kind of like fine line, kind of little details there. And then for the clubs here, you got that red flower once again. Might be a slightly different flower. And you got the fully custom clubs here, with a little more different style stem there. And then you got like a flower within each little club, like each little club heads there. A flower there within it, and more gold metallic ink. So lots of gold metallic ink used within these cards. And you got the custom like font for the numbers there, which I didn't say earlier. Then you got the custom ace of clubs here. And there's like almost a fully gold ace of clubs, but with a little bit of black for the accent there. You just got more of the little circle designs with inside there. You kind of got a little banner there, well, little designs within it. You got a little floral kind of little flower pattern around, like little circles there. And then for the hearts here, the Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts, for the custom court cards once again. And then you got the custom heart design, and they're in the red, black, and gold colorway once again. And then for the hearts here, you just have like an A, like an A and a V there, a little design there with some flowers off to the side there, and then like a wider kind of heart design. You got the black flowers once again, and that goes throughout the rest of the hearts. Then you get to the custom Ace of Hearts. You got that gold and red colorway there. You got the little AV little symbol there in the middle. And you got the little kind of little face there with the little flower kind of like leaf design around it, and the thick gold border around the heart. And now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. And for the springs, they're kind of a nice lighter kind of spring to it. They're a nice lighter and softer spring. And the cards are definitely slick and like slidey. But they're not a bad card to like bend. They're not like super thick, like stiff. They're more of a slightly more of a broken in style, like a thinner card, but also still kind of thick at the same time. Like an in between, like a medium stock and finish. These are made in the U.S. by the United States Playing Card Company. So you still got a nice smooth feel to the springs there. And they're nice and easy to bend. Nice spring to it. Now time for the fans. Well, as you can see, they spread nice and evenly here. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's no real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Now time for the Pharaoh. You got a relatively smooth Pharaoh there. Not like the smoothest, like not like overly smooth, but still pretty smooth. And the interlocking weave pretty nicely. Not flawlessly or anything, because you can see little gaps in between the cards there. Now time for the giant fan of the back design. That's one of the better giant fans that I've done recently. Now, time for the giant fan of, time for the reverse Pharaoh. And the reverse Pharaoh is a lot more smoother there, and you can see that interlocked and weaved more flawlessly there. But still, like, a little bit of gaps in between. And now time for the giant fan of the faces. And now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, there's not much to say about the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles. They feel really smooth, like right off the bat. And they seem to be like working every single time I try them. So there's like no messing up with the riffles there. Except for that one, I just drink to myself. So I guess the riffle shovels and bridge shovels are nice and smooth as you could see. Now time for the packet cuts. Well, the pack of cuts were pretty smooth, but you could tell they want to slide out of your hand a little bit. So the cards are definitely a little slippery. So you just gotta take note of that, the little slipperiness of the cards. Now time for the one-handed cut or Shirley cut. Now time for the dribble. And definitely with the dribble, they're gonna want to slide out of your hands. Well, at least the way I do the dribbles, they want to slide out of my hands. Well, the dribbles still feel pretty smooth, whether you do them face up or like reverse. They're still pretty smooth. Now time for the spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, our play has outdone themselves. This deck is like stunning. Here, you got the nice flag design there with all the gold metallic. This deck definitely has a lot of gold metallic ink within it. Like every card has like stunning details within all the pips and suits there. And they got all that gold metallic ink on the fronts and the backs. So it makes for a nice stunning design. So if you want a nice deck to collect, or even just have in general, this is a nice one. And for the handling, they handle fantastic. Other than the cards are a little bit slippery, once you break them in a little bit, they'll get a little less slippery. So, yeah. So, I found nothing wrong with the handling whatsoever. Other than the slipperiness I just mentioned. So, there's nothing that I found wrong. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 183 of your daily deck review. This has been a gold standard, I guess the standards flag edition playing cards from Art of Play, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.